Hello everyone! In this video we're going to talk about Raspberry Pis and what sort of Raspberry Pi to purchase if you haven't bought one already. I'll go straight into it. You should purchase the Raspberry Pi Zero 2WH. Looking at Amazon for a complete package, a Raspberry Pi Zero WH is the absolute cheapest way to get into Raspberry Pi. For me, a kit package currently costs around $70. You could also buy a Raspberry Pi 4. I would recommend the cheapest 1 GB model that you can see right here. And on Amazon, a package kit costs around $90. Check current prices, since they might have changed and might be different for you. This is a highly personal decision. I would not recommend a Raspberry Pi with more RAM than 1 GB for your first one. I know I personally would like to purchase a more expensive one, but I would advise you to save your money if possible. With a package kit, I recommend that you get a few things. This is my Amazon basket, and this is in Swedish kroner, so you might see some different money. So looking for a package kit. This is the one that I found. It's without a Raspberry Pi, but it should have all of the things that you would need. But the most important things that I would look for is a power supply, first and foremost, and a power cable. And you can see that this one has that included. And if the kit doesn't have a SD card, you have to look for one. I recommend that you find the cheapest 64 GB micro SD card that you can find. And I also recommend that if the kit doesn't include it, look for a SD card reader. That's also very important. My kit didn't have a HDMI cable, so check for that as well. But it did include a case, so look for that. When you're purchasing a Raspberry Pi Zero, you should also look for something that is called a USB OTG hub or cable, like this one. And it's needed to connect to the small micro USB cables. As you can see right here, it only has the small micro USB-B connectors. I also highly recommend what is called a USB to TTL serial cable, like this one. You don't have to buy this one, but I highly recommend it to do. It's because if there's anything wrong, you will be able to troubleshoot much easier and there will be less downtime. So, if you have decided for the Raspberry Pi model, I just want to give a heads up. I want you to purchase the one that is called WH. Now, it might be a few dollars more pricey or anything like that, but I highly recommend it. The H means that the header is already soldered, so you don't have to solder that yourself. The header is important if you're trying to troubleshoot some sort of things. You don't need it really, but I highly recommend that you buy it. Now let's go back to the cart. So I have my Raspberry Pi, the kit, an SD card, an HDMI cable, an SD card reader, writer, and also the USB to TTL cable. Now, before I proceed to checkout, I need to tell you this. All of these devices would be considered perishable. That means that these items will likely break. So this is money that you should have that is disposable. You might be able to find stuff that is cheaper than what I have provided here. Buy the cheapest thing available. Just keep to the 64 gigabytes of memory and a USB to TTL cable that has high amounts of reviews. And also the reader, of course. So you don't buy one with 0 stars or anything like that. But these sort of things will likely break. So if you want to buy a better brand or something like that, do it. But keep that in mind that also that sort of more expensive stuff will likely break. So once you have purchased this, we will continue to the next video.